Okay, we're live. Yes, Kelly's motivational slide of the day. She chooses these. So do something today that your future self will thank you for, which is very true. So in real estate, make phone calls. A little bit. Or no money. No money for the future. And then after this, we actually have a video that Russ found. So let me see if I can pull that up. And then I'll share my screen again. Okay, can you guys see a video thing?
Yes.
On Zoom feed?
Thanks, Laura.
New people, you can see like a pen and a chart thingy. Yeah, okay.
Chris, now you're good.
Okay, let's hope volume isn't out of control. Sorry. Can you guys hear nothing? Cool, cool. 1 second, and then we'll rewind it. 31 sec. I absolutely did not, Sydney.
So stop share, reshare. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
So now share.
Oh, and the
So just do
thing.
the big share, yeah. And
Share sound.
there you go.
Okay. Ha.
That would have taken me forever to find.
Mommy, dude. Okay, let's try again. Give me thumbs up if you can hear things. Okay, 2 seconds, and then if we can't figure it out, I will send you guys the video. Just know that it's motivational.
Be motivated.
To share your computer audio, please install the Zoom audio device. Restore. Oh, that's the dumbest thing. Let's see.
That's like the new music too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, you guys are gonna hear nothing for 4 minutes and I highly apologize, but I will send you the video.
You could send it to them now in the link.
Yeah.
Watch along.
You guys being all patient for me. Well, I will come to you after. Does anybody know what a buy box is?
No, it's just basic details of what you're looking for, how much you're willing to spend, 3-bed, 2-bath.
Oh, okay.
Criteria, it's like what we would set up a safe search for.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay, we can stop this and we'll do it again. Hopefully you guys read. Yeah, I know you can't hear the video, it's a downer, but hopefully the closed captions worked. So we'll figure it out in the future when I download whatever it tells me to download. So we'll get there. And then when he was talking about the Redfin data, if any of you haven't watched the Chat GPT masterclass, I have the recording again. And he talked about with Chat GPT, there's a plugin where you attach Redfin. And then you could just say like, oh, give me a market report for Chelan Douglas County and this and that, and then it pulls the data, which is huge. I mean, it wrote something in like 30 seconds. It was fantastic. KW things, mission, vision, values. I have bad allergies, so I'm not as like exciting today. Sorry, I sneezed so much yesterday, my jaw like physically hurts. It's fine. I'm just not happy today. You guys want to deal with it. Where did all my people go? Lauren, help me. You're the tech guy. Where did my people go? I can't see you guys.
Well, those are the people.
Yeah, I just where'd my little see people thing go?
Click on them more. The other one on the bar, across the middle.
Ah. No video panel?
Yeah,
Huh.
there you go.
Okay, Lauren coming through. Thanks, man. Okay. Close this doohickey. We got our top 5. Same top 5 that's been killing it for a hot minute. Congrats, people.
You're number 6, right?
6.
Hopefully that'd be nice. Why are we clapping? I'm not number 6. Am I number 6?
Gotta know your data.
I know I'm number 46 in the valley. I will say I know that number. We got a lot of people in like the top 50. Yeah.
And then the line.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, if I search Chelan Douglas County, because I know we do, you're like Kittitas County, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Kittitas, and then we have Okanagan, and it's kind of hard to pull, I mean, because then we're pulling realtors from all those areas, and it kind of makes the numbers weird.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring out a better way to show our like top 20, 40, whatever number we choose. Lois capped. On here? Maybe not.
Oh.
Killing it. Okay. Contracts written, not as many as the last couple weeks. But congrats, everybody. Did you get your offer accepted?
I know there's listing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know where Kelly's the data person. I don't know where she gets all these numbers.
There's a report in the system that just says contracts written for both between those days.
So it would be,
My associate.
so if you have a listing, it's also if one got written on your listing, is what it says.
No, it's like if you write a listing, like so either a listing contract or a buyer offer.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
think.
Sweet. Anna Marie, you are up. She has a couple listings to highlight. So let me,
Oh, thank you.
yes.
Highway 97 is in Silver Spur Resort. And it's a awesome house, 5 bedrooms, 1.
Can you speak up a little tiny bit more? I'm so sorry.
I don't know how to speak.
Well, now you're a little better. If you look at the screen, you're great.
Okay, there we go. Let me put it here. Can you hear me now?
You're good.
Okay. That house has 3 wells and an irrigation well that's undocumented. hence all the green, which is unusual for Silver Spur. It has pasture, 2 kitchens, great rooms, great setup for having an additional family member live with you. You can have horses, you just can't have pigs. Have a couple cows on 5 acres, and that one needs somebody to come and make it its forever home. They also have the amenities of Silver Spur at their avail, the pool, spa, tennis court, clubhouse. So that is something to look at if you want to see it. If you guys can't come out, just tell me who your buyer is. I will show them. You write the offer, okay? Want to make it as easy for you. But it looks really nice. Professional photos to follow for you. Photographer on vacation. And I have the farm that you guys came out and saw. Hope you guys liked seeing the little cow.
Yes, love cows. It was fun.
It
And
is
chickens,
nice.
kind of chickens. The house was nice too.
But that one has 4 bedrooms and could be the rec room could be done. They do breed English bulldogs, so they had to take them out, but some people, that's our despise that little small dog. They're trying, it's clean, it's immaculate. But you know, dogs have their aroma, but they're it's a nice house, good shop, good well, yeah, it has a great well. The well produces 510 gallons a minute.
She thought it was a typo and she double checked. Yeah.
Like a
it's-
freaking gutter.
Yeah.
I
it's-
know, it is a gusher. It is shared with 3 properties, but still. Yeah.
That's not
That's no problem. And it's an air, and they also have an irrigation well. They have, the shop, the barn, the cabin station, hot house. A lot of amenities. I mean, it's a beautiful house. It's gated. The grounds are really nice, the apricot trees, stuff like that, garden area. So I would highly, they do have the art and escrow in another house in another state. So if anybody has anybody interested in a farm, $549 is the price on that one. You guys saw it, it's turnkey basically.
How many acres is it again?
Almost 7 acres, 6.7, I think, something like that.
And like nice acreage, like
Yeah,
grass
you guys
and
saw
like
it.
nice sagebrush crap. It's nice.
It's CrossFit, nice, it's set up, you got pasture with cows, the chicken, garden areas. So, yeah, bring me a buyer. I think I have several showings today and tomorrow. And I do have an offer on the table, but they're countering and stuff like that, so it's not. But if you got somebody interested, please, especially if you got cash money.
Yeah.
So that's it for my 2 houses, but thank you guys for looking at Brewster, looking out here in Okanagan.
Yeah, and thanks for, her office is great. And she bought us like snacks and wine and flatbread pizza and it was fun. So,
Still on point, so that's good.
yeah. But we'll schedule another trip to go up there, see if we can get some new faces in Brewster. And I'm always down to drive, so people can carpool with me. And I don't think I'm a terrifying driver. I think my husband is just making it up. So, yeah, we'll be safe.
Thank you.
Sweet. Safe. Let me unpin you real quick. Okay. Does anybody else have listings that they want to talk about? New things not getting traction? Nothing. That's fine. Okay. Next time. Michael, do you want to say things?
Yeah, I can say some things.
Say something.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
All right, so I don't know how many of you guys have done down payment assistance loan through Washington State Housing Finance Commission, but I got kind of a cool update. typically it's been for single family homes only. And before I go into that, basically, if you're new, Washington State Housing Finance Commission, you have to be licensed through them in order to do the down payment assistance loans. But basically, you can borrow at a 0% interest rate, and there's no fine print on that, up to 4% of the loan amount as a silent second mortgage. And this allows you to basically, as a buyer, cover not only the 3.5% down payment that's required by FHA, but also gives you about 0.5% to cover some closing costs as well. Through this program, again, the silent second mortgage is a 0% interest for 30 years, and there's no fine print. So it's not deferred interest, anything like that. It is truly 0%. So if you borrow $15,000 in 30 years, you're going to owe $15,000. It's not going to be any more than that. Another part that's kind of good to know is that the only time that you repay this is when you sell the home, refinance the home, or pay the home off. Otherwise, it sits silently for the entire time that you have it. What's cool is they just released an update Friday that they allow duplexes now, and this is huge. So if you have somebody looking for a home, not only could they take advantage of this down payment assistance program to cover the down payment and a good portion of the closing costs, or a small portion, I should say, they can now use about 70 to 75% of market rent on the other unit on the duplex to offset their payment and to qualify. I know there's a few duplexes floating around in the valley. So if you have someone looking and their down payment is a little bit sketchy, they don't have enough money, this could be an awesome way to take advantage of it for a multifamily and get in with basically zero money out of pocket. So yeah, the other couple things is you have to take an online class. It's super easy. It costs $50 per person. They get their certificate and then they're qualified. An inspection is required. And then you have to make under about $180,000 a year. So if you fit those three criteria, you can do single family manufactured homes, double wide or triple wide, not single not single wide on this down payment assistance class or program. And then any single family home. Condos have to be FHA approved. If you do have a condo that's not FHA approved, we can do single unit approvals as well. So that's something we've done in the past. It can be a little challenging. You just have to have the HOA on board to fill out some paperwork, but if they're on board, it's actually a relatively easy process. So something to consider if you haven't heard of this program. It's a zero down program, silent second mortgage. Yeah, it's pretty cool that they're allowing duplexes now. So any questions on that? Yes, no, maybe so.
First time home buyer or just 180K, under 180K?
It can be any, yeah, it's just 180,000. Doesn't, you could have owned as many houses as you want, but the popular one is FHA. So if you already have another FHA loan, it has to be over 100 miles away if you technically want to try and go for a second one, or it needs to be some compensating factors. There can be some emergencies, things that make sense. There's a list of compensating factors that allow you to have two FHA loans within 100 miles, but you have to fit within their criteria.
Primary home only, right?
What's that?
Primary home only.
Yes, correct. Unless duplex, you're moving in, now you have an investment property. So
Sweet. And is the down payment, to clarify, is it just FHA loans or is there like a down payment assistant conventional something?
yeah, there's down payment for conventional. I'll tell you right now, the rates. So on this particular program, you go on the website, you can click here for today's rates. That's what I'm on right now. And it has a huge list of all the different rates. For conventional this, you're up into the 8s right now, but you can buy it down. So if you're getting seller credits back, this particular program allows you to buy the interest rate down. For the going rate for FHA, it's 7.5. And then for most of the conventionals, it's about 8 to 8.25. The only time I've seen conventionals used is condos. is a big one because they don't have to be approved. The other one is if they just don't think that it's gonna pass an FHA appraisal because the property is in not that great of a shape, then conventional can be used as well. And again, you can buy those down, but just check with me if you want to know what the rates are today, and I can let you know, or I can give you the website. It's pretty easy. Oh, one more thing on this. This is huge, actually. So I wrote an offer. This was on the west side, and I had a listing agent tell me that I was going to need 45 days to get this closed. And I was like, really? Oh, I've never been told how many days I'm going to need to get this closed before, but thank you. I appreciate that. You can do this loan in sub 30 days. So basically how it works is it's a standard loan up until we have underwriting approval on our end. We submit it to the state bond department, and it's Washington State House. It's not really the state bond department, but it's easier just to refer to it as that. We submit it to their department. It takes them about 24 hours to review the file. And just so long as it abides by their initial guidelines of income, credit, and a couple other things, they issue an approval and we go straight to closing at that point. So 30 days or less, if you have anybody tell you anything otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. So just, I'm going to put that bluntly out there that this loan does not need 45 days to close by any means. So,
Is it USDA that sometimes takes longer? Is that maybe what they were thinking of?
no, she specifically, she was a lender 10, 15 years ago. So she knew what was going on, obviously. No, that USDA does take some time, but actually they're not very backed up now either. USDA is one of those programs where if the government's having issues, like the budget cuts, things like that, it can shut down and take weeks upon weeks. Right now, I think they're about 48 hours out. So they're still not even that bad. So, yeah, good questions. Anything else? Rates are coming down. That's kind of nice. They've dropped. The 10-year treasury has come down about 1/4 point, if not a little bit more. Interest rates are now kind of hovering the average 30-year in the high 6s. Last week, it was in the low, almost mid 7s. So they're trending downwards. Hopefully, the Fed funds meeting in about 10 days or so brings some good news, and we see this trend continue going. And I think I overheard Amanda talking about how as soon as interest rates start dropping, we're going to start seeing multiple offers again. And now is the opportunity to jump while you can. So if you need that explanation made to buyers, let us know and we can walk them through that. Now is actually a great time and provides a lot of opportunity. End rant. No.
Hey, Michael, it's Brooke. Thanks for the presentation, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you have any literature you can send us regarding that silent second mortgage? That's pretty intriguing and sounds like a very powerful tool in the right place.
Yep, absolutely. I'll send it over. Ashley, do you want me to send it to you and you can disperse, or Kelly?
First, yep.
Sounds good.
To me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? So part of course, Michael being my favorite, put you on the spot again.
Oh, we didn't get to see the blush.
I
No
know.
blushing, no blushing. I trained for this.
A little bit. I won't do it very often, maybe just once a month. I'll say you're my favorite. So I talked to him the other day. So I want to start doing something to where once a month, Michael will come in and do like a mortgage lender overview for, I guess, anybody and new agents of kind of different loan types and all the things. So we're going to set up that going at some point. I just need to figure out a schedule. And then the idea is to also have a home inspector come in and a title company. So we'll just get overviews of things. But Michael said yes, so I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely. And we can do some other things too. Maybe we can get an appraiser in, and I know those are always popular when you can get an appraiser in and people can ask all the questions. That's always a fun one. So yeah, we'll make it good.
Great. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Russ, how many minutes do you want?
You honestly think he's gonna fix it?
3 minutes?
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
All right.
Has anybody looked at the agent count historical data. When we were talking about that, what Anton was talking about. In times that get dicey, and I think this kind of qualifies, it's a little dicey right now. People don't really, at least what I'm seeing, I don't know if you guys are seeing that, there's some uncertainty out there. So go to the data, like that becomes your best source of expertise, because then it's not really debatable. And one of the things that happens when markets are real solid, like when the rates were 3% and the average price was 300 grand, did that encourage more realtors to get in the game? So you look back in time, I just looked it up this morning. I thought it was kind of funny. In 1989, many moons ago, can you guys see that? Yes. There was 822,000 real estate brokers. But in 1999, that number dropped to 799,000. And now, guess how many realtors there are today? A million. So that's kind of a big jump, right? What do you think is going to happen to this number? Anybody think it's going to keep going up?
Eventually, probably.
Yeah, eventually, right? Sometimes the markets do this, right? And the trend is up, but we have dips and valleys. Why do you think it's going to go down?
Inventory's down, so there's less sales, so there's less gross commission income.
Things are harder, so people are dipping out.
Now they're harder. Why? Because of this?
Cause you gotta make more phone calls.
It's a double edged, because there's less inventory and there's less people qualified to buy that inventory.
Yeah, kind of interesting around here in North Central Washington where you double the rate, but the price for a while has stayed fairly consistent. How many people think this might start to happen? See, these questions are interesting because there's no right or wrong answer.
Price that you went down with?
Yeah,
Sorry.
right, sir. Yeah, well, at least what I'm seeing is sellers at the moment in July that wanted to sell this year are starting to hit the panic button. And if they have equity, which a lot of them do, I'm seeing major price reductions on the horizon for some sellers. Because everybody's in a different boat. If you bought 2 years ago, maybe not. But if you bought 20 years ago and you have a lot of equity and you really want to change your life or move on to something else, we're halfway through this year already. This thing called fall and winter is coming. So I'm going to my sellers and going, like, let's have a real conversation about the real data. What do you think is going to happen? That's the hard part of the business right now. If you're
I didn't know that it was gonna cut. It was probably had an alarm when it goes
I
off.
thought you meant 3 rust minutes.
Two more.
Anyway, so don't be afraid to have these conversations. Go in with some data. Go in and start talking about, look, this is what we're dealing with. Because what you will find if you don't do that, they're going to look at you. They're going to say it's your fault. You're not doing the right job. You're not selling my place. My neighbor 2 years ago got 700 grand. Why can't I get 700 grand? I thought you were good. Well, if you have the data and you start looking at what is being reduced in the last month, in the last 2 months, and you can say, look, this is what's happened. This is what the average, this is what the sales price was, the list price, this is what it's sold for. Start using that buyer box, doing some manual calculations, go, what's the delta between list price and sales price in a given area? And then go in armed with that. Instead of saying it's just, because the downside is if I'm the greatest realtor of all time, when things are harder, they're gonna hold you to that. If you're the greatest realtor of all time, you didn't do shit for me. So I'm firing you right now and I'm gonna lower the price by 100 grand, hire the next realtor, and then they're gonna sell. And how often do we see that happen? If you're taking listings and they will just not list with you unless you do what they want. Hey, I'm like, look, we're a team. I'll say, I'll do what you want. You know more than me. But the data speaks aloud. So why don't we start here? And in 2 weeks we drop, in 2 more weeks we drop, in 3 weeks we drop, and we have a plan the day we list that. Then you're not a bad guy. Then it's a team effort. We're doing our best. I'm going to commit to you. You're going to commit to me. And this is the plan. But how many agents have a plan? It's not having a plan that gets you in trouble, right? And that's why on Wednesdays, and it's not just for new agents, we're teaching a couple hours. I do from 1 to 3, and then Ashley's doing an incredible job from 3 to 5 or so, just kind of going through tech and command and bringing people in. So if you want to get into the conversation, don't be afraid to show up. Wednesdays at 1. It's only in here so far. We're not doing it online, but anyway, I thought this is interesting. Right now, the last thing I want to leave you with, there's a lot of people that I'm talking to in our company, and I'm seeing it around, that mentally they're fragmenting. Have you guys noticed that? People are acting weird. They're stressed out. Like just, you're feeling it, right? So Luke and I had a conversation this morning, and I thought it was interesting. I looked at it like this: mental, what is it, like mental illness, right, is here. Maybe mental health. Right now, when you hear these words, mental health, that's like right now, we're either here or we're here. But what I see, and he brought it to my attention, I looked it up. How many people have heard that one? Mental fitness. When things are like they are right now in your life, in real estate especially, you have to be proactive about this. Because if you're not, you might just be status quo, but every day is a grind, and eventually this comes in all kinds of forms. It's not all, being locked up in a rubber room. It could be just I'm depressed, or I'm sad, or, but if you're just reactive, if you're not taking a proactive approach, which usually means nutrition, exercise, if that just means getting outside, getting some vitamin D, and taking a break, not necessarily the whole day, even for a half an hour. Just put all your stuff down. It's gorgeous outside. Walk outside, get some fresh air, and then come back and handle your issues. And remember, when people are yelling and screaming, and believe me, I see it all with 80 agents. There's a lot of strange ducks out there. Like literally some weird people that are flaming out. What I try to do is try to empathize with them. Don't take it so personal when they're attacking you. Just try to empathize that we don't really know what's going on in their life. And therefore, it's not necessarily an attack on me as an individual. And when you put yourself in that empathetic mind, sometimes you can help people because you're not so PO'd at them, right? You're not pissed. And you're not going to go, well, screw you then. Sometimes you just let them cool off. If it's in the afternoon and the drinking start in the morning, another rule. Some people are volatile around 4 o'clock. And I've had a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of that. So just remember that this business that we're in right now seems a little wild, because it is. But that's also the time to get traction. That's also the time to separate yourself from the herd. 2 years ago, everybody looked good. Got a listing, it's sold. Get 20 offers, I'm cool. Didn't matter how long you're in business, didn't matter what you do. And the public doesn't know what you know. They just see things, list, sell, list, sell. Well, right now, this number, I believe, is going to drastically be reduced. And if you just stay healthy mentally, and help each other. The last thing I want to say, there is third-party endorsement. That makes us feel good usually. I say good things about Lauren. There's third-party judgment, which means I'm talking some smack. I would encourage all of us to say something positive about somebody else that works in this company. Do it on social media, do it in public. Brag your coworkers, colleagues up. Go ahead.
Also give each other reviews on like Facebook and.
Yeah. We have a big enough percentage of the market that we can take it off. This is the good news when you grind. This is the good news when there's resistance and there's stress, because a lot of people resign and make it friction. But if we endorse each other and we brag each other up, right? All of a sudden people see that and they're like, man, you go to work for that company, they're positive. They're encouraging each other. This is not the reputation of the real estate industry. We have 20% of the agents. We could have 50% of the agents and take it all if we start doing these things consistently. So I'm actually excited for this time. And I'm excited that all of you are here. You should be proud of yourself. Anything else for me? That was 3 rough minutes.
No. You only went over your time like 3 times the amount and you didn't cross the
9 minutes.
visible border.
She's trying to be better.
That's about 3 times as much as I put. Oh, my little, there's your confetti. I was gonna give it was delayed. That was super delayed. Anyways, so the chat GPT thing, we'll send it out again in the sales rally notes with the password. Amanda, did you end up watching it yet?
I have not watched it yet.
Okay, gold. So do that. It's fantastic. The new MLS app is here as of yesterday, and yesterday it did not work, but today it works. Oh, it didn't work for me. I use it like several email. Yeah, a little bit.
You just need to update.
We should be getting Android. No, it just before it like wouldn't let me log in, but it's fine now. So you can do, yeah, quick searches, whatever smart searches, look at property lines, create your own app that you can send to people. Share links, do Facebook posts. Oh, post your listings and open houses on Facebook. There's hot sheets, live market stats, instant comparables. And I'm really hoping that I can approve auto emails through the app, but I'm sure that's not the case yet. That makes me a little sad.
One or two downfalls I found so far is you can't see any listing documents.
Oh,
Makes
So,
Which you can on Home Spotter.
I'm sorry, so I'm having to toggle to do that.
okay.
And I was searching land yesterday, looking for restrictions,
Mhm.
and it wasn't listed. So I don't know if you can change criteria that's actually shown.
Gotcha. That'd be
And
nice.
it works really nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't played around with it yet, but I just really want to be able to go in and look at my auto emails without having to log into the tiny little text on my, anyways, we'll get there. I'll just complain weekly and then maybe it'll show up. And then the other app that's almost here, is the NAR app, which seems like it's going to be kind of the same thing. Research, well, I guess education courses, marketing stuff. So a bit different. But yeah, I don't know how soon is, but it'll be here. I'll let you know. Russ is going to talk about things 1 to 3. And then my training today, it's Tuesday, tomorrow. We're going to go over customizing your website. So adding like a local school search or mortgage calculator. I'm going to talk with Scott Leroy Marketing because apparently there's a way to do like an open house sign in on your website. And I couldn't quite figure out where that is. So hopefully I get that info by tomorrow. Yeah, if you want to know website things. And I'm going to have it on Zoom too. Mega Agent Camp, August. And then family reunion, I think, is February, which we don't, all I know is it's in Vegas. I'm going. Well, the Golden Nugget is giving me like 4 free nights. Because I won too much money last, yeah, so, but I won't gamble as much unless people want to gamble.
We could schedule hold our functions in Vegas and then Ashley will be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, not good for me. Tech stuff. So I tested it out with Rox a little bit yesterday. So otter.ai is an app on your computer and your phone to where you can have it like transcribes all of your conversations. So it'll just listen and take notes in any meeting that you're in. And it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it just otter.ai. It is free. Well, there's a free version and did that. Yeah, writes notes, summarizes. It's amazing. And yeah, so we'll put that in the notes so you have the little link to it, but it's great. Brokers tour tomorrow. I will not be at this one. But if anybody wants to carpool, I'd say just put it in like the Facebook Messenger chat thing. And yeah. Is everybody a part of the Facebook Messenger chat? Yes, yes, no, yes. Okay, I know Aisha had issues with it. Well, let's be like Facebook friends. Do you have Facebook?
No.
Okay, okay,
That's a
we'll
problem.
figure it out. I don't know if you don't, I believe if you don't have Facebook, you can still have Messenger. You know that? You're smart.
Yeah, I do have to have a Facebook account.
You have to, oh, bummer. Okay,
I thought you could deactivate your Facebook account and still use the messenger though.
You could probably put it on hold or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, you have to be somehow registered with Facebook.
well, we can make you just a stupid fake one with no picture and just whatever, if that works for you. And then just, yeah, don't
It would
accept,
just be your real name. By an alias.
whatever works.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever works. We'll figure it out.
Best realtor ever. Anonymous, yeah. Yeah, I know who's on the Facebook groups.
Well, that's all I got, unless you guys got other things. No, chilling? Oh, yeah, housekeeping. So if you're here after hours or after Kelly leaves, if you could make sure the front door is locked and all the lights are off. The only light that is just automatic is the kitchen. So that one you can't, that just kind of comes, it's like motion detected.
Right here by the coffee pot, or there's one in the back too. We were looking for
Gotcha.
a light switch for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, I struggled a little bit as well.
That's what I thought I'd bring it up to.
And then the front,
Where's that?
the front door is a little bit stupid. It only like locks and unlocks if you like push it like a tiny bit forward.
Yeah, it's a weird.
It's fine. But yeah, that would be great. So we have a good amount of sketchy
need
people that walk
people
around and
sleeping
you don't
there.
need people, yeah, sleeping in our building. Sketch. Okay. Sweet. Bye, everybody. See you later. Bye. Stop recording. Oh, stop.